Okay, now we're going to go ahead and do a video on multiplication of matrix, and it seems like that should be just as easy, but it's not. What we just did was scalar multiplication, not what we're doing here with multiplication when you have two vectors and you multiply it. That is not the process. We're not just going to multiply 0 times the -5, and that one times that one, and that one times that one, and that one times that one. That's not how it works. How it does work is so notice this is a 2 down and 2 across, and this is a 2 down and 2 across. So we're going to end up with a 2 by 2 matrix answer over here also. But the issue is this first upper left corner, that location of the 2 by 2 answer matrix comes from taking this row going across times this column coming down. Then when we go on to the next one, to get this location, we need that going across and this one going down. And then to get this location, we need the bottom going across and the first one going down. And then to get this location, we need the bottom going across and this one going down. Okay, so that might sound somewhat ridiculous, but let me show you what's happening with all of that. Blank sheet because I need some more space. So here's how I'm going to get this very first one. So in this answer matrix, I need this going across and this one let's back up a little bit. That one going across and this one coming down to get that spot. Okay, what that means is I need that going across and those coming down. Okay, so what you do is you take the first one across times the first one down. That's the first one across and that's the first one coming down. So it's 0, first across times first down. 0 times -5. Then we add to that second across times second down. So that's the 5 and then the -5. So this first location, it's the first across times the first down plus the second across times the second down. Okay, well that makes a grand total of 0 plus -25, so it's -25. So this location right in there is -25. Okay, let's see if we can get the next one. Okay, so now I'm going to go for this one. Let me change colors. I'll go for this one there. So this location is the top row times the second column. So I'm going to take the top row, the 0 and the 5, times the second column, which is the -1 and the 4. Okay, it's first times first. So that's going to be 0 times -1. Then I'm going to add the second going across times the second coming down. So that's the 5 times the 4. So here I have 0 plus 5 times 4 is 20. So this location right in here is 20. Okay. To get this one down here, to get this spot, see, I need to go the bottom across and then times the first one down. So I'm going to go the bottom one across, which is -4 times -1, and then the first one down. Okay, well, the first across times the first down. So -4 times -5 plus the second across times the second down. So -1 times -5. So here we have 20, positive 20. Here we have positive 5. So 20 and 5 is 25. So that's this location right there is positive 25. Okay, and then third, or fourth, I guess, we're up to the fourth one. Now I need this one. It's going to be these two. So it's going to be this across and this down. So the across is going to be those two numbers, and the down will be those two numbers. So it's the first across times the first down. So -4 times -1 plus the second across. Let's see, was that a -1? Yes. So the second across times the second down is -1 times 4. So here we have positive 4 plus negative 4. So positive 4 and negative 4 makes that spot 0. Okay, so our final matrix then is negative 25 there, positive 20 there, positive 25 there, and 0 there. That's matrix multiplication. Okay, so can it be any bigger now? Well, let's take a look at what we want to do. We want to go across times down. Now, at first inspection here, let's take a look at this. Remember how you label these. It's the down number, so there's 3 going down, so there's 3 going down and 2 going across. So this one is considered a 3 by 2. So we want to take that 3 by 2 matrix and multiply it times this one. Well, it's going 2 down and 2 across. So at first glance, it really might look like those do not multiply together. Those would not add together. We could not add them together. We multiply them together. Well, let's see. So here I have if I were to I'm going to draw these arrows actually right on the matrix here this time. So I'm going to go across times down. See how that's going to be the upper corner of the matrix? So what I need now is first across times first down. So that will be 0 times 1 plus second across, second down. Okay, that's 4 times 4. Okay, well that actually is having an answer. So I have a matrix here. So across and down is going to be that first spot there, and it looks like it's 0 plus 14. So it looks like that first spot is a 16, which it is. Well, let's see if we can come across even further. Can it come across all the way and down that way? So top row, second column, that would be top row, second column. Okay, well, first spot times first spot. Well, that will be 0 times negative 3 plus second spot times second spot. That'll be 4 times 1. So it looks like we have 0 plus 4 for that one. So sure enough, that location right there is a 4. Okay, well, let's change colors here. What if I go this way across the middle and then the first column? Okay, well that would be this one and this one. That'll be that spot. Okay, well it's first across times first down. That'll be 6 times 1. And then second across times second down. That'll be negative 6 times 4. So we have an answer there. There's 6 and negative 24 for what? Negative 18. So that spot right in there, we have a negative 18. And now continue. What if I go that middle column, that middle row, and then the last column? So that's 6 and 6 again, middle row. But now I'm going to take it with the last column. Okay, first across, 6 times first down, negative 3. And then second across, negative 6, second down, 1. So it looks like I've got negative 18 minus 6. Negative 18 minus 6 in this location is what? Negative 24? Okay. See if we can keep going. We don't have them all yet. What if I do something like this now? Become the first column and the last row. That should get me that one. So that will be the first column. Whoops, wrong way. You do across first. So it's going to be across and then times the first one. So it's going to be those two and those two. So first across times first down, negative 6 times 1. And then second across, second down will be negative 2 times 4. So here we have negative 6 and negative 8 for negative 14. And last but not least, we want to go the bottom across and then the last one down. So it's still going to be the negative 6 and 2, but it's going to now go with the negative 3 and 1. So first across times first down, negative 6 times negative 3, plus second across, second down, negative 2 times 1. So here we have positive 18 and a negative 2. Positive 18 and negative 2 will be positive 16. Okay, so there's our final matrix. I'll clean it up right here. We had, what did we have in that very first spot? 16, and then I can't read my writing anymore. Did we have a 4 in there, and then a negative 18, and a negative 24, and a negative 14, and a positive 16? And that is the matrix that's been multiplied together for number 12. Okay, it looks like another one that does not really look like it's the same. But here's what has to here's what does have to be the same. So remember, all of the time we're going to do across times down. So this one, if we were going to look at what kind of matrix it is, this first one right here, it's 2 down by 4 across. So that's called a 2 by 4 matrix. We're trying to multiply that 2 by 4 matrix times this one. This is 4 down by 2 across. So that's considered a 4 by 2 matrix. Okay, I need the across number and the down number to be the same. Okay, well, there's the across number and there's the down number. If those two numbers are the same, it's actually going to end up working. Well, let's take a look and see what we've got. Let me adjust that thought just for a second. It's not those two that need to be the same. It's these two that need to be the same. If those two, in this particular case, they're both the same anyway. It's the outsides that have to be the same. This is going to end up being a 2 by 2 answer. So I know that this is going to have a location there, 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 and there. It's going to have a 2 by 2 answer. These two outside numbers are going to be what the answer is. Okay. Let me see if I can. The outside numbers are going to be the answer matrix, and the inside numbers have to be the same in order for it to work. That's the general idea. If these two are the same, if the inside two are the same, it will work, and this will be the answer matrix. Okay, so if these are the same, it will work. If these are the same, these are the answer sides. So this is going to end up being a 2 by 2 matrix. Let's just do it and see now. Let me erase some of this stuff. Okay. Well, let's just get started. It's the across times the down. So this very first one is going to be across times down. So that's what I need to do for that location right there. So across, there's the across, and there's the first down. Yes, this is going to have a whole bunch. So it's the spot 1 times spot 1. So 0 times negative 2. Plus spot 2 times spot 2. So the second over times the second down. So that will be negative 2 times negative 4. And then the third one across times the third one down. So that will be negative 5 times negative 4. And then the fourth one across times the fourth one down. So that will be the 4 times negative 6. So we have 0 plus 8 plus 20. So that's 28 plus negative 24. So 28 and negative 24 is 4. So our very first spot in there is a 4. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. Now to get this one, I went across the top and down the second column. So I'm going to go across the top and down the second column. Okay, first spot times first spot, 0 times negative 6. plus second spot times second spot, -2 times -1. Okay, then third, -5 times third, -6. -5 times -6. And then lastly, the last one times the last one, 4 times 4. Okay, there's 0, there's 2, there's 30, and there's 16. So 32, 42, 48. So this location right up in there has a 48 in it. Okay, to get this one, we're going to go across the bottom and down the first column. Okay, so I'm going to go across the bottom and down the first column. So I'm going to take the first one times the first one. So that's 5 times -2. I'll just put that down now. And then the second one, 6 times the second one, -4. 6 times -4, -24. Then the third one, 0 times the third one, 4. Well, that's just 0. And then the fourth one, -1 times the fourth one, -6 is 6. So I've got -34 plus 6, so -28. Okay, and then the last one now, I want to go across the bottom and down the second one. So for the green one, I'm going to go across and down like that. So I need the first across and the first down. So 5 times -6 is -30. Second across times second down, 6 times -1, so -6. Third across times third down, 0 times 6 is 0. And fourth across times fourth down, -1 times 4 is -4. So we've got -40. And that's the matrix multiplication of those. So our final for that is 4, 48, -28, and -40. Okay, let's see what we have here. I'm just gonna see what I have for labels. So this one is a 2 down and a 2 across. So that's a 2 by 2. I want to try to multiply that times 2 down and 3 across. So that's a 2 by 3. Okay, these two have to be the same if they're going to work. Okay, check, those two are the same. If those two are the same, then the answer is going to be this one. So the answer is going to be a 2 by 3. That means it's going to be 2 down and 3 across. Okay, so let's get started. Now, remember what that means, 2 down, and 3 across. It's going to look like that. Okay, let's see if we can't knock them out here. So I need to go, so this one's going to be the first across and the first down. So those across and those down. So that very first spot up there is going to be the first one, so 0, times the first one, -n squared, plus the second one across, 2, times the -2. So 2 times -2 will be -4. So that very first location up there, so this much is 0, and then plus -4, so I've got -4 in that spot. Okay, it doesn't really matter which one we go for next. How about I just go for this spot right here? I'm going to go for this one. That's going to be over and down like that. So I need to come over the top and now down the middle. Let's see if we can do that. So over the top and down the middle. Okay, first spot times first spot, that's just going to be 0. And then second across times second down, that's going to be 2 times 5. That's going to be a grand total of 10 nm. So there's that spot right there. I've got a 10 nm. Okay, let's get the next one. So get this one, I'm going to come across the top, down the third column. Across the top, down the third column. Okay, first times first, that's just 0. Plus second times second, so 2 times negative 3m. So 2 times negative 3m is negative 6m. Oops, it's an n. Okay, now let's see if we can get the next one. How about this one right here? So the bottom and then the first column. So that's going to be those two and those two. Okay, so I've got to take the first one, negative n times the first one. So I've got negative n times negative n squared right there. And then the next one, second one times second one. Negative 3n times negative 2. So here I've got a positive n to the third and then a positive 6n. Well, that's what that spot is right there. That's this spot right here. I've got an n to the third plus 6n. Okay, how about we go for this one? Bottom, middle column. Okay, so bottom times middle column. So I got first times first. So that's going to be a negative n times a negative 3m. So that'll be a positive 3nm. Then second times second, negative 3 times 5 will be a negative 15 n squared m. Okay, those are not like terms, so that's finished. That's what's going in this spot right here. I think I'm just going to draw that one into that middle spot. And then for the last one out here, this one, I need to come the bottom and the third one, so I'm going to come up here and do the bottom and the third one. Get rid of this. I'm going to go the bottom one times the third one. Okay, so there's a negative n times a 6n. So I've got negative 6n squared plus, now I'm going to take the second one, negative 3n times this one. So I'll put that down, negative 3n times negative 3m. So it looks like we've got a positive 9nm out of that. Not like terms, that's going to go right there. So after all of that, I'm just going to get myself a little bit of space here and write the final answer so I can have it cleaned up a little. Okay, so here we go. The top one was negative 4. That corner was negative 4. Then that was 10 nm. And then that was negative 6n. Here we have n to the third plus 6n. Here we had the blue one. Oh, did I erase that one? I think it was 3 nm minus 15 n squared m. And then here, of course, is the very last one. That right here was the last one. So it was negative 6n squared plus 9nm. And there we have our multiplied matrix. When I take a look at 15, I'm going to notice that it's down 2 and over 2. So I have a 2 by 2 for that first one. And then the second one is down 4 over 2. So it looks like maybe those go together. My answer on, remember the outsides would be what the answer would be. So it looks like the answer is going to be a 2 by 2, but the inside has to be the same. Okay, so this means it's not going to work. So this is an undefined, and that's how you would answer it. This is undefined. This one makes no sense. These will not multiply together. Now I do just want to show you why not. So let's take a look. Let's say we were going to try to make this 2 by 2 matrix and go across and down for that very first one. Okay, that would be the across times the down. Okay, see, we take the first one times the first one, so that would be -2 times 4 plus the second one times the second one. That would be 5 times 6. See how it doesn't go together? There's not a third one. There's not a third one to go with the third one. So this one is impossible to multiply together, and that's a feel for it. The across and the downs don't match up. That's why these two have to be the same, because this is the across and this is the down, and if they're not the same, there's not going to be a solution. So if the inside two are not the same, you don't even have to do it because you automatically know that it's undefined. But if you do start to do it, you'll crash and burn right on the very first spot. Now, if you have more than one thing to do at once, it's the same as order of operations. You have to do the inside most first. Now, you can't, it's not like regular multiplication where it doesn't matter the order. The order matters in matrices. So yes, we do have to get rid of, we do have to do the inside most ones first. So I've got to be able to do those first. Now, first of all, I'm going to check it out and make sure it actually works. This is 2 down by 4 across. And this one is 4 down by 2 across. Okay, those are the same. So that means the answers are going to be 2 by 2. So I know this inside one is going to be a 2 by 2. Actually, I think I'm going to put it a little bit over to the side. So it's going to be a 2 by 2. Okay, let's see if we can't just get it going in there. Okay, so across times down. So it's going to be those times those. Okay, first times first. 5 times -4. That's -20. -3 times 2. So that's -6. -1 times 2. So that's -2. And 4 times 3 is 12. So I've got -28 plus 12. So -28, -18, -16. So that piece is -16. Okay, now I'm going to go for this one. Bottom times first. So we'll go the bottom times the first. Okay, -5 times -4 is -20. -6 times +2 is -12. 4 times 2 is +8, and -5 times 3 is -15. So let's see, what have we got here? There's -32, -47, so 30, -47 plus 8, so -39. Okay. Now we'll go for this one. That's the top and the second one. So the top and the second column. So that's going to be 5 times -4, -20 again. -3 times, whoops, wrong one. I want 5 times 4, +20. Now I want -3 times -1, so +3. -1 times -2, so +2. And 4 times 0 0, so it looks like I've got 25. And then the last one's going to be the bottom times the second column, so it's the bottom one times the second one. So now I got negative 5 times 4, negative 20, negative 6 times negative 1, positive 6, 4 times negative 2, so negative 8, and negative 5 times 0 is 0. So it looks like I got negative 28 plus 6, so negative 22. Okay, so that was the answer to this part. So that part, I'm going to rewrite it now. So I've got a negative 16, negative 39, 25, and negative 22. And I need to take that now times this part, which is 2, 2, 2, 3. Okay, a 2 by 2 and a 2 by 2 is going to be a 2 by 2. So that's going to be, I know the size. Okay, let's get this one right here. So top and first. Let me do this in a different color. Top and first. So first times first. So 2 times negative 16. How about I just write that down? So negative 32. And then second times second. So 2 times negative 39 will be negative, oh gosh, 78. So negative 78 and 32 is negative 110. Now maybe I do this one. Okay, so top row, this column. Change colors. Top row, this column. So I need first times first. That'll be 50. Plus second times second. That'll be negative 44. So 50 and negative 44 is 6. Now the bottom times the first column. So bottom times first. Okay, 2 and 16 is negative 32. And then second times second. 39 times 3 is 107, negative 117. Which is negative 149. And then the last one, so I want to cross and down, so I'll do that maybe in red, so cross and down over there. So first times first, so 2 times 25 is 50 again, and then second times second will be 3 times negative 22 for negative 66, so that one is negative 16. Now, probably while you were watching this, you saw the error all the way back at the very beginning, and I don't want to redo the whole thing, but I wasn't confident in this 110 right there and that 149. Those two are correct, but these two were not correct. And as you probably can tell, it's this number right here. That was this one right here. Let me just show you where that mistake is if you didn't see it. So here, to get that 39, it was the bottom one times the first one. So it would have been the bottom one times the first one. Well, look, right there, negative 5 times negative 4 should have been positive 20. Now if you add all that stuff up, it was not 39. It should have actually made this right here. That right there should not have been a 39. It should have been positive 1. And of course, since I missed that one, that made the other one all wrong. So if you did it correctly yourself, if you were following me, that's fine with the wrong answer. But if you did it with the correct answer, that would have ended up making that negative 30 and this one negative 29. So if you saw that mistake, then that's good. The addition, make sure you don't make silly little errors like that. number 17, all those variables make it too complicated to keep track of. Let me give you some different numbers. Let's make this number 17 instead. 1, 2, 3, 4 times -2, -1, 3, -1, 4, 2 times, how about -1, -2, 3, -1, 1, and 5. Let's do that one for 17 instead. Okay, the point of 17 is now, on the last one, number 16, we had parentheses we had to do first. Here there's no parentheses, so we just have to do them in order, so we're going to do those first. Let's check and see if it works, first of all. So we've got a 2 by 2 there, and I want to multiply it by, now remember, it's the number down times the number across. Okay, so that means it's going to work, and then this is what the answer is going to be. Okay, so our answer is going to be a 2 by 3 of this first part. So 2 down and 3 across. Okay, let's do that one now. So we want to go across and down. So that's going to be 1 times -2. I'll just kind of keep track it over here. 1 times -2 is -2 plus 2 times -1. So plus another -2. So this very first one is -4. Okay, then maybe I go this way. 3 times -2 is -6, plus -1 times -1 is 1, so this one is -5. Now I'll go the top and the middle. Okay, 1 times -1 is -1, plus second times second, 2 times 4 is 8, so that spot is 7. And then maybe we go this one times this one. So first times first is -3, plus -1 times 4 is -4, so we have -7 there. And then the last one, across times the third one. Okay, first times first, 1 times 3 is 3, plus second times second, 2 times 2 is 4, so we have a 7. And then the bottom ones, first times first is 9, plus -1 times 2 is 2, -2, so we have a 7 there. Okay, that's the answer to this first one, assuming I didn't make some kind of adding mistake, and if I did, I apologize, but I don't want to go back and check it here right now. Okay, so now we're going to multiply that times this one. -1, 2, -2, 3, -1, 1, and 5. And I want to just check it out here again, just to make sure it works. So this first one is a 2 by 3, down times, and the second one, the down is 3, and the over is 2. So sure enough, they work, and the answer is going to be a 2 by 2. Okay, across, down. First times first is 4. Second times second is 21. Second times second is 7. So we've got 21, 25, 32. Okay, maybe I go these two now. So first times first is 5, plus second times second is -21, plus third times third is 7. So I've got -21, -9, it looks like. Okay, how about top and second column? So first times first is 8. Second times second is -7. Third times third is 35. So it looks like that is 36. And then the last one will be the bottom times the far right. So first times first is 10. Second times second is 7. And third times third is 35. So 35, 42, 52. And there we have number 17. Let me show you the difference. Like if we have some kind of, here's what we just got done doing. If we have 2, 3, 4, and -1, let's say, we want to multiply that by 3. Okay, this is called a scalar when it's just a number like that. And these are easy. You just put it's like the distributive property. You put the 3 in there everywhere. So that's just going to be 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 4 is 12, and 3 times 3 times -1 is -3, and that's what it looks like when it's multiplied up there. That is